Thank you for tuning in to my video update to find out what I've been working on in Washington over the last week. Our nation's debt crisis and the debate over raising the debt ceiling have continued to dominate the legislative agenda in our nation's capital. As this debate continues, it is important that we keep in mind what has led us to this point. During the past decade, our federal government has simply lived beyond its means. The current fiscal picture of the federal government illustrates this point clearly. This year alone, the federal government plans to spend $1.4 trillion more than it has. And this $1.4 trillion is simply borrowed and piled onto our already staggering national debt. This debt will have to be paid by our children and their children. Such fiscal irresponsibility has unfortunately become all too common in Washington. Last year, the 111th Congress, under the leadership of Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi, became the first Congress since 1974 to adjourn without passing a federal budget. The Senate leadership appears to have still not gotten the picture, as last Friday marked the 800th day since the Senate has taken up a budget bill. It is impossible to get our fiscal house in order when the Senate won't even consider a budget. To help spur the Senate to action, I've co-sponsored legislation that would strip funding from House and Senate leadership and budget committees if they fail to pass a budget. I've also recently co-sponsored legislation that would amend the United States Constitution to require a balanced budget. 49 of the 50 states already have this requirement in their constitutions, and so should the federal government. In the 1990s, a balanced budget was considered by Congress and it passed the House, but it failed by a single vote in the Senate. I'm hopeful that it will find broader support today. Over the next few weeks, as the President's August 2nd deadline for raising the debt ceiling approaches, I will be working to ensure that fiscal sanity is restored to our federal government. For updates during this period, or at any time, please visit my website at www.fitzpatrick.house.gov. And thank you for tuning in.